पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Welcome. We are going through the Isopanisad. Of course, we will be going through the sloka 3 also today. I think people are yet to join. Some of you have joined because it's weekend, some are traveling and all that. So let us see if anyone is joining for another 5 minutes. Before that, I think we can go to the sloka 3 and just have a reading. About the explanation, we'll see later. But now, right now, I think that is possible. Just check. And just have a. Okay. Jai Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Okay. We are into the Isopanisad, verse 3. Okay. Kindly repeat after me. Isopanisad, verse 3. Jai Guru Maharaj, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Asurya namat te loka.
सूर्यनामते लोक
Andena tamasavrita.
अन्तेन तमसावृता
Namaste pratyabhigachanti.
तामस्ते
Eke chatmahano jana. We can go through the word to word also. Ashurya meant for the Asuras.
Ashurya meant for the Asuras.
Nama, famous by the name.
Nama, famous by the name.
Te, those.
Te, those.
Loka, planets.
Loka, planets.
Andena, by ignorance.
Andena, by ignorance.
Tamasa, by darkness.
Tamasa, darkness.
by dark.
Avrita, covered.
Avrita,
Tan, those planets.
those planets.
Those planets.
They.
Pratya,
after death.
Pratya, after death.
Abhigachanti, enter into.
Abhigachanti,
enter into.
Ye, anyone.
anyone.
Ke, everyone. Cha, and.
And
Atmahana, the killer of the soul.
The killers of the soul.
Killer of the soul.
Jana, persons.
Jana, persons.
So the translation is, the killer of the soul, whoever he may be, must enter into the planets known as the worlds of the faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. So this is, you want to repeat? Okay. The killer of the soul, whoever he may be,
Whoever he may be,
must enter into the planets
planets
known as the worlds of the faithlessness, full of darkness and ignorance.
full of
full
darkness.
of darkness.
Okay. Before we go into the purport, we'll just have a look at what does this mean. So here, if you see, the words of the faithless, this is what Prabhupada is translating us. But if you see here, the world of the faithless is nothing but Ashura Lokas, meant for Ashuras. So, who is going to enter into the Ashura Loka? Yes, those who are killer of the soul. So here it is, we saw that anyone and everyone. A, K, we saw. A means anyone, K means everyone. Whoever is the killer of the soul, killers of the soul, they will enter into very dark place. Enter into the planets of faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. So who will go to the Ashuric planets? If you see, those who are killers of the soul. Now the question is, who is that killer of the soul? We already saw two verses, and the killer of the soul is related to those two verses. Those who are not abiding or those who are not accepting the proprietorship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And also, which you are going to discuss today, the second verse which we saw. What is the second verse? Who will tell? Anybody would like to tell what? Just a gist of what is the second verse.
Purvan eveha karmani.
What is that? Like this
Doing
one can live for?
Yes, Mataji.
Like this one can live for hundreds of years, many thousands of years, right? One can keep on be living without getting entangled in karma.
Correct.
By doing thus, recognizing the authority of Krishna, one can keep on be living like liberated soul within this universe. But at the same time, those who are not obedient, what will happen? So those who are obedient to the law of nature that we saw, Isha Vashyamidam Sarvam, those who are obedient, what will happen? We saw in the first verse, second verse. The first verse describes about the proprietorship of the Lord. The Lord owns everything. That was described in the first verse. The second verse says that if somebody is abiding to that and accepting that supremacy of the Lord, and he is the proprietor, and they are offering their quota also to the Supreme Lord and not dodging into other quota which is provided by the Lord to others, they can keep on be living like that in akarma because they are connected with Krishna in Krishna consciousness. One is not going to be entangled in material birth and rebirth, but he can keep living like that for hundreds of years without getting affected by the material nature. But who are not abiding, not accepting the supremacy of the Lord, what will happen? So that is positive side in the second verse we saw. And third verse we will be seeing that those who are not abiding, what is going to happen to them. Okay, these three verses are the same subject matter, the proprietorship of the Lord. Lord, Supreme Lord is the proprietor of anything and everything in material, spiritual, any creation, anything you see, anything you don't see, anything moving, non-moving, every single thing belongs to Krishna, including the living entities, us, including us. Everything is owned by Krishna. So this is what is the first verse, and second verse is if somebody is going to abide by that principle and then offer everything to Krishna and be in Krishna consciousness, and then they perform, they will be not affected by the bad and good karma. But in case if somebody is not accepting the supremacy of the Lord and thinking I am the proprietor of everything or whatever, then they will, what will happen? They will enter, they are called killer of the soul. The one who is not recognizing the authority of the Supreme Lord is called killer of the soul. We will see in detail about this. So there is a very nice term here, Atmahana. Atmahana means self-suicide, spiritual suicide. Killer of the soul. He is killing himself. And if he is an atheist, he is also killing the society, people, everybody. Because he is not letting them progress as a spirit soul. So, as a spirit soul, he is not progressing. He is not accepting himself as a spirit soul. That means he is the killer of the spirit soul, his own self. Mhm. In Hindi, they say Atma. Atma cannot be killed, but here they are trying to kill the soul. That is the concept. So this is the third verse. Okay, I think by now, I think almost all of you have come here. We'll come back to this a little later as we find time. Now it is time for discussion, but we have very less number of people. Why today? 14 of you are there. So if I divide it into 4 groups, then I am one. If I exclude myself, there is 13. Then only three people will be there. It's okay. Okay, I'm randomly dividing. I'm letting it decide. On first group will go take the first topic. Second group, second topic, second question. So I've already put the question. And the main thing is I'm sharing that question in the chat also. So it is directly from the purport, but one extra additional thing you need to do is you need to give at least one example. 2 example you can give from either the scriptures or from the real world related to that, because only reproducing what is there in the purport last time you did. But this time you are going to what is happening to the team? So many people are missing. I don't want to close this Bhakti Shastri yaar. I want to go ahead. Let us see what is happening. Weekend maybe, but they should at least ping us a message. And in case if many people are missing, we can even keep the class on another day or another time. That is possible. So if many are missing due to some festival, some whatever it is, Kartik month, it's Friday evening or whatever. So they inform, then it will be very nice that we can also adjust either the timing or we can cancel the class for one day or something like that. Or just now we have started. I don't want to talk about cancellation and all, but still assign automatically. So, okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, group 1, are you ready? One of the person from group 1 can come and present the answer. So I'll just open up the chat. What is the reason that everyone has a tendency that they don't want to die?
Yes, Mataji. So I'm presenting that part. So we don't want to die because our body is eternal. Our soul is eternal by nature. Okay, and our soul, like our body, is not eternal. And our body is a material body, and it will die in the time. But our soul is eternal. So our by default, our nature is eternal. So that's why we are very fearful of death. Okay. So we can understand it by one example, like like when a child born or when we born, we naturally attach to our country or our family. Okay, because we are accepting that as our identity. So we don't we when we accept that our identity, we naturally hate others, but we don't want to uh, we were very fearful about that particular death. Like our mother sometimes, when we say to our mother like about death, they are very fearful. They say like don't do talk about it, or it is very inauspicious to talk about it. Okay, and then we can also go to an example like Ajamila. So like when Ajamila is in deathbed, so the Asuras come to take his soul. Okay, so he is very fearful in that time. So in that time when he's very fearful, but he's still attached to his son. And so he called his son as Vishnu or Narada, it was now forgetting. So he calling it out about his boy's name, and the Vishnu Dutas came, and they bring him from death. Like uh, they fought with the Asuras, and the Asuras gone, and they save Ajamila. And then Ajamila transform into a Vaisnava and do the Vaisnava activities. Okay. So like that, he is saved uh, by the Vishnu Dutas.
Very good. Wonderful. You gave an example from every day also. You also gave from scripture. Nice. Any questions? Anybody has question for team 1? Sachikumar Prabhu is in team 1 or he has a question?
Actually, I'm in team 2, Mataji.
Okay, you have any question for team 1?
No, Mataji. I don't have any question.
Okay. Then nobody is asking question, then I'll ask one question. Is that okay, Ayan?
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
You said our body and our soul.
Sorry, it's not our
Are
soul.
we
Like
the soul or our soul? For example, I'm telling, this is my spectacles and this is my phone. When I saw it's my phone, for example, my body, I'm not the body. The phone is another object, I am another object. So I am referring to the phone as my phone, my specs, my body. So it is correct to say that we are thinking that we are this body, our body. Okay, but our soul doesn't have any meaning because we are soul. So this is what I understand. Is this okay?
Yeah.
So hereafter you should never say
Yeah.
what?
Our soul. It is not
Our
our
soul,
soul.
we are soul.
Yeah, you are soul. Yeah.
We are soul. Always, That's one clarification. It's not a question. Okay, fine. Very good. Wonderful, yeah. Very nice examples which you quoted, Ajamila.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Mataji. So, Disha Mataji and Sumedha Mataji and Anamika Mataji is there with my team, and they have that example they came up with. Yeah.
Jai. Good. And now theme 2.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So in here it is said that actions that are performed through the
Okay, I'll repeat. What is the liberating
yes,
work described in Sri Isopanisad, which will free one from the reactions of both good and bad work? What is the Sanskrit term for this work? Prabhu, you're not little audible. There is some issue with your mic. Kindly check it.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
So actions that free one from the cycle of birth and death is called akarma, and there is another term here, Sanskrit term, that is naisha karmya. Hare Krishna, naisha karmya, and here it is said that here Prabhupada gives that all the idea of altruism, socialism, communism, nationalism, and humanitarianism, these are nothing but some extended selfishness. Here, the man identity, just because he is born in India, he identifies himself as Indian, and automatically, naturally, he thinks all other as his enemy. So, if one offers all his prescribed duties to the Lord by keeping him in center, this there would be no good or bad karma which will bind him in uh, repeated birth and death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, wonderful. Is there any examples you want to quote?
Examples. So examples such as we can do devotional service. By doing devotional service, we can perform akarma, and here at last Prabhupada says that in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is given that how we can turn all our actions into akarma. So by doing by offering prasadam, uh, by taking some time and doing some preaching work, and performing the duties prescribed in the scriptures. These are all examples.
Wonderful. You told about prasadam, you told about preaching. Good. Any questions for team 2? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. No questions. So I have a question. I will quote one or two. You say whether it's akarma or not. Okay. Getting up early in the morning. Waking up at early morning. Is this akarma?
It is for devotional, sir. Oh, sorry. Woman.
You're in which team,
For
Jayalakshmi? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
Anybody can
Mataji.
answer. All of you unmute. No problem.
For devotional, if we get up earlier for doing bhakti or devotional service, then it can be called, if it is akarma.
No, simple question. Getting up.
So if
Okay. If someone is opening, okay, according to scripture, no. If somebody is doing Sandhya Vandanam in the morning, in order to do Sandhya Vandanam, they are taking early morning 5 o'clock bath because they are Brahmana, born in Brahmana family. So they want to do some Sandhya Vandana or they want to worship Ganesha. So is this akarma?
no, Mataji,
Why?
it is
That
Vikarma.
is in scripture. Is it Vikarma? Oh, Krishna.
Mataji, it is yeah. Mataji, it is karma only. Like it is prescribed in scriptures, and they are doing that. It is under
Is
karma,
Iron
not.
Mandal from this team? Is
It is
Iron Mandal
not
from this team? Only this team has to unmute. Nobody else should unmute. Who else is there with you, Vinay
Hare
Sachikumar?
Krishna. Mataji, so once you told that, like,
Who are all there in this team? Vinay Sachikumar.
Sakshi Mataji,
Miriam.
Santosh Netai.
Yeah. You three. Sachi,
So,
unmute.
Nice.
Yeah, you can tell. Any of you can tell. No problem. Vinay Sachikumar Prabhu has already told. Anybody else want to clarify this?
yeah. So, Santosh Netai Mataji.
Yes.
So, once you told, like, we should act as a fish, living in fish, but we should not touch the water. So, all start with the mind and the level of consciousness. So, even if we do Sandhya Vandana and the level of consciousness is to like get the result. So, what result we will get from that? So, if that is there, then it would act as a karma. But then, if somebody is taking the Ishvasya principle, which is taking Krishna as the center of his life, and then if he is acting on that without being bound by the three modes of material nature, like passion, ignorance, and goodness, then he is doing Vikarma.
See, very important to understand. See,
Akarma.
Vikarma means what? Negative
Vikarma,
karma.
so akarma. So I miss.
No, that's okay. Karma and akarma, you okay. Vikarma means very bad activity like meat eating, gambling,
Yeah.
illicit sex, intoxication. This is only Vikarma. All of you understood? Vikarma means negative activities, like very, very bad activities against the scriptures. Okay. And based on the scripture, there are two methods, two things possible by scripture. First, Vedavyas gave the Veda, which is full of fruitive activities. Like, for example, I am born in Brahmin family, so I am doing Sandhya Vandana. Not that my spiritual master gave me Sandhya Vandana. You understood? I am doing Surya Namaskar as a yoga. Or I am Brahmin, so I am doing some Kriya in the morning. Because I am born in Brahmana family. All these are good work. It is not intelligent work. Okay? We saw good, bad, and intelligent, right? So, good work means Punya Karma or Karma. So karma, vikarma, akarma. These three things we saw. Karma, vikarma, akarma. Karma means good work, good activity. Vikarma means bad activity. And akarma means devotional activity. You understood? So if somebody is doing Sandhya Vandana, I told from Brahmin family, he's born from Brahmin family. Or getting up early morning is a good thing. But it's not devotional thing. But as you said, if Jayalakshmi was telling, but she's from another team. If somebody is getting up to do Mangalarti, that's okay. Still, it is good activity only. The Mangalarti is akarma, but getting up early is not akarma. You understand? Getting up early is not akarma. Cleansing yourself is part of your life. It's a good activity. So, like how we offer Sattva-guna foodstuffs to Krishna. Why? Even if you get up at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, you're doing Arati for Krishna. You're getting up at 7 o'clock, you're taking bath, and 7:30 you're doing Arati in the morning. Or 10 o'clock in the morning, you're doing Arati. Then also that Arati is akarma only. So, very, very simple to understand. V is for negative and A is for nothing. A means not karma. The means bad karma. Karma means activity. So activity in this world means based on scriptures. Based on getting up early morning, doing Surya Namaskar. These are all part of good activities. But it's not bad activity. But meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication, and all are vikarma, bad activities, acting against the scriptures. But both good and bad will bind you. By offering Surya Namaskar, you are worshipping a demigod called Surya. It's also called Sandhya Vandan. Sandhya Vandan means when the sun is rising, when the sun is in the middle at 12 o'clock, when the sun is setting. Sandhya, 3 Sandhya. So we worship the Lord, the Surya Deva. So Surya Deva is a demigod. Then he will give you good pala. But to receive the result, you need to again take birth. So this birth death karma bandhana is happening by repeated birth and death to receive the yield of your good activity or a bad activity. Both you have to either you have to come back to receive the apple or mango or karela. Whatever you sow the seed. Every action is like sowing the seed. We'll see in detail in Bhagavad Gita, but basically you should understand what is Vikarma. So all of you understood Vikarma? Vikarma means bad activity. We always remember this, Vikarma. Karma is good activity based on scriptures. So it is not akarma. Akarma is only devotional activity, like arati to Krishna, offering, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, having deities, going to the temple of Krishna, not demigod temple. Going to demigod temple will go in karma, good activity. But going to Krishna temple alone is different. It is Daivik activity. Daivik means it's transcendental activity. So it is a karma means he's continuously acting this guy, but he's not getting neither good result nor bad result. There is no mango, there is no karela, completely nectar, transcendental nectar, and he is eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. Okay, so this is the concept. Yeah, we'll come back to Ayan. Ayan, hold the park the question, Ayan. We'll go to the third team and just listen to them. And whenever you want to answer question, all the team members should unmute and be ready. Not that the person who is presenting alone has to answer, need not necessarily. Yes, team 3, the question is why it is mentioned in the purport that an intelligent person chooses beyond good and bad. So how come that good work also is not recommended?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Jivesh.
Yes. So the first part, that why it is mentioned that in the purport that an intelligent person chooses beyond good and bad, is that both good and bad work are equally binding in terms of their nature. That is, if you will do good karma, you will have to take birth again and reap those the fruits, and again same goes for the bad. And the second part is, so how come that good work also is not recommended? Because again you will have to take birth. So one example I would like to quote, I've read in Krishna book, that there is a story of King Nriga. So it was mentioned in means Prabhupada mentions that he has donated as much cows as there were sand particles present in this earth. So it is a huge amount of cow he has donated. So surely he will go to heaven to enjoy this the fruits of his karma. But the means the thing is that again he'll have to take birth. So the karma is again, the fruits of the karma is again material. So he will again be in the cycle of birth and death. So Navneet, Govind Prabhu and Jayalakshmi Mata is also there. So they will add few examples.
In the real life example, I would like to quote people doing Annadan service, people building orphanages, and many businessmen starting charitable trust. Or these kind of things also accumulates good karma. Only if it is done with Krishna conscious, we will not come back. Or otherwise, we have to come back to this world and face the material world consequences. So in that case, the good work is also not recommended. Only only the good work done in the devotional way or with the Krishna conscious is good for us.
Very good, very excellent. Okay, there is a little bit more to be added in the Durga story, but still,
we want to
yeah.
So we want to concentrate on the word intelligent, Mataji. Though a person is good, we call as him as intelligence. So intelligence is mainly understanding that it's not about being good or bad. Both should be treated equally by that intelligent person, because he sees that the goal is to get liberated from the cycle of birth and death and following the Vedic uh, knowledge or Vedic literatures and serving the Lord. So that's why he's considering beyond intelligent than being good. And one example that was coming to me is there was a very good businessman. He follows his duties, being very good, doing all charity and growing his business. God comes to him and says, "Come, I'll give you liberation." God, meaning is a ISKCON devotee, came to him and said, "I'll give you liberation, you come. You please come to ISKCON. I'll teach you what it means." So he says, "No, I want to grow my business. I'll grow my business and then I'll come." He was so much attached to the business. Now the business has grown double, triple, 100 times. Then again, ISKCON devotee comes to him and says, "Okay, you come now. Now that your business has grown, please come." "No, no, my son is young. I have to make him grow and then hand over my property and business to him. Then I'll come." So his son is grown up. Now he says, "Okay, now your son is grown up. You can hand over the business and you can come." "No, no, I'll hand over the business to my son, but I want to stay in this house. I built this house, so much of effort I put in building this house. I want to stay with my uh, grandchildren and son in this house." Then he says, "Okay." Then devotee goes back, and again, when he's really, really old, he's almost old, he can't even move. Still, he comes and says, "Come now, now at least you come, I'll teach you." He says, "No, no, I want to still stay. I can't leave this house and come." And finally, he dies, no liberation. And after that, his son just goes around the house, and then he sees a stray dog which is just laying around the house. And he's a kind of always trying to enter the house, and then he beats the dog, and then he goes away. And then finally, it's that dog, which is his father, who was attached so much to the property and the business that he does not want to leave, but he never got liberation. Just we heard it in some lecture. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I twisted it a bit, but yeah. Just saying that though the liberation came to him, he is not intelligent enough to accept that liberation, and he got binded with whatever he was doing.
Yeah, very nice example. Very good example. Yeah, I think I also heard this. I think that the guru comes to the disciple and says that, "No, Guru Maharaj, to read Gita or something. I'm busy, kind of." Okay, the overall idea is we get entangled with, yeah, Santush he has his hands raised. He has a question maybe for your team. Yes, Prabhu.
No, Mata, so I got confused with this akarma and karma thing. So you told that the activity of Mangalarti would be akarma. So if somebody is like thinking like he is becoming proud by going to Mangalarti or a celibate going to a temple attending Mangalarti, and then so will it be still a karma? Or if he's giving classes on a Vyasasana, then but he's thinking of something else, so will it be a karma?
It will be both be akarma only. The reason is he's chanting the slokas from Bhagavatam. He's reading the purport when giving class. Those activities are all transcendental vibrations. In Bhagavatam, every word is Krishna and every syllable is Krishna. So knowingly or unknowingly, devotional service will purify. For example, it's also called Agyata Sukirti. Agyata Sukirti is without even your knowledge, you will get Sukirti. If somebody is looking for some address, okay, some devotee is having Tulsi in his home, and that guy is roaming around 2 or 3 times around the street going in the clockwise direction, automatically he has done parikrama. Immediately Tulsi Maharani purifies him out of all the sin. It is not only in the temple, when we do parikrama, we get purified. Unknowingly also, people, that is called Sukati, comes with knowledge and without knowledge. So even if Mangalarti, walking towards the temple itself is a devotional service. So this list is given what are all devotional service is given, this what is your consciousness, what is going on inside your mind, these are all too complicated. Just the hands and legs moving itself is devotional service. But there is, of course, intensity of devotional service, even in chanting Nama Bash, Nama Bharat, then Suddhanam, like this is there. So the intensity may differ, but it surely gives positive akarmic benefit. That is guaranteed.
So
Even to
then,
Mangalarti, a person. Yes. The full consciousness you have to absorb and what is there, these are all secondary. But devotional service awards Sukriti, transcendental Sukriti.
okay, understood. So then why should I work? Why should I go to my office? So I can be in temple as a brahmachari and every day offer Tulsi Parikrama, every day do Mangal Aarti, every time. So that entire work. So if I'm going to my office, again, that consciousness of Ishwasya is not there. So why should
It
I
is
do
there,
that?
no? Who said it is not there? When you go, you think, you understand very clearly this is Krishna's, and then go to your office. And your money, you're going to buy vegetables and rice, which is you're getting from your salary. You're going to offer to Krishna that rice, dal, sabji, everything, no? You're supposed to use that money in the service of Krishna. You use that money to go to the Dham. You give some donation, you travel, you put petrol, and you go to the drive your bike to the temple. All this money which you are gaining from working, you are using it in the service of Krishna only, and to enhance your spiritual life. So this is consciousness, Krishna consciousness. So there are two things. One is devotional service, and another is Krishna consciousness. What is the difference between these two? Prabhupada regularly uses these two: devotional service and Krishna consciousness. Devotional service is direct devotional service. That's also akarma. And yukta vairagya. Yukta vairagya means Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchyate. See, everything is in the relation with Krishna. When you see everything is in the relation with Krishna, that is called conscious of Krishna, despite you stay in office, despite you stay in you go to company. Like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj stayed in Hiranyakashipu's kingdom. Completely atheistic. Not even one person is a devotee. His mother, his father, his relatives, his friends, his teachers, everybody except him. But he was conscious of the Lord, despite, and then in the pillar, then he asked, why should I go to office, you are asking. So Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu asked similar question, that this is my palace. Is your Lord in my palace? I have captured all the three planetary systems. Even Indra's palace I have captured. All the three planetary system, upper planetary, lower planetary, middle planetary, 14th planetary system is, I'm the ruler. I'm the owner. I'm managing everything here. And my law is running here. Where is your Lord Hari? Where is your Krishna? Prahlad Maharaj said everywhere. He owns everything. Even he's the owner. How can you say he's the owner? I'm the owner. He's angry. Then he asks, in this pillar is there everywhere. Everywhere means where? In this pillar is there. Yeah. In that pillar, in this pillar, random. Ito Narshima, Parato Narshima, Yato Yatayami, Tato Narshima, Bahir Narshima, Hridayir Narshima, Narashima Madim Charanam Prabhate. Have this in mind when you go to office, when you go drive in the bike, when you see any nice thing in this world, anything you see, every atom, my Lord is there in my heart and his heart. Even in an atheist heart, he is there. Impartial. There is a worm in the stool. Even in that heart, Supreme Lord is staying. He is impartial. He is not touched by matter, but he is present everywhere. He owns everything. First, we should be very clear he owns everything. That we don't have faith, no? That's why we are asking, why not office? Why only temple? We are asking because we think office owner is somebody else. That is why again and again it's told, Ishabhashyam Idam Sarvam, Supreme Lord is the owner, Supreme Lord is the owner, Supreme Lord is the owner. Anything you see, moving, non-moving, everything is owned by Krishna. Sometimes I used to say that, yes, I'm very proud. Why? Because is your father's property this world? Yeah. Yes, it is my father's property only. Understand your father is Krishna first. Then you'll know that it's my papa's property. So it's my father's property only. So I don't care to accumulate so much for all for myself, because I know that everything belongs to Krishna only. He is giving quota to many people. Kindly, my father has given quota to A, B, C, D, and E and F. He has given, my father has given. Actually, that ABCD's father also Krishna, but that ABCD doesn't know. He's a full number one, Atmaha. But I am not Atmaha. I don't kill myself. I understand very clearly. Krishna only owns even your company who's owning. Krishna is only owning. And when you are in this consciousness, then you can see his presence like Prahlad Maharaj saw. We'll be able to see the Lord's presence everywhere. The whole world belongs to Krishna. Not only temple belong to Krishna. Temple also. Temple is a more sweeter place because it's systematically all the processes are very nicely executed there. So it's certainly glorious. But that doesn't mean that Krishna is absent in other places. Krishna is only present in temple, no other place is present, everywhere is absent. That is not the case. Ayan already raised the hand, now Sakshi is raising. Yes, okay. One group is still remaining. Kindly hold on, sorry for this. Okay, we'll clarify this. You have a question, Sakshi, for the group
Yes,
or
ma'am.
for me?
Just one
Yeah.
clarification. I think I heard wrong or something. So we were discussing about that a karma activity, right? Devotional service is a karma. So like Mangala Aarti example was given. So like when the purpose is to perform devotional service, then activities related to that also will fall under a karma, or they'll still stay karma, like getting up early. So if it is to perform Mangala Aarti, then will it also be a karma?
Very good question. So the problem with the people is they are very attached to Vedic life. So sometimes they may misunderstand Vedic life to be a karma. So this I want to break it out. That is why I didn't encourage that activities to be, because for example, somebody may be working in night shifts and they may be getting up little later at 8 o'clock and they may do arati. Still it is akarma. Not that only at 4 o'clock when you do arati it is akarma, when you do at 8 o'clock it is not. So either you get late, doesn't matter. If you do arati, then it is akarma. So the overall idea is to not to understand, not to think the Vedic activities are all devotional service. We should not get confused, because Vedic activities are fruitive in nature. They yield fruit. Any good activity we do yield fruit. To reap the fruit, we have to take birth. But if you, as you say, we get up early for Mangalarti, it is akarma. If you get up late for Darshanarti and enter the Darshanarti, still it is akarma. So as a devotee, one thing, I'll explain this. This is what the crux of Bhagavad Gita. This many people doesn't know this, but this is a secret of Bhagavad Gita. I would like to open the last secret of Bhagavad Gita. This is a conclusion. We will go to that. It's a very nice book. The thing is, what is the difference between devotional service and Krishna consciousness? Is there any difference or both are same?
So devotional
Devotional service is Navavida Bhakti.
Very good. Devotional service is Navavida Bhakti. Directly hearing, directly doing. Okay. What is Krishna conscious? Sakshi. Yes.
So Krishna conscious activities will be like all of the activities, but where our consciousness is still dovetailed or attached to Krishna. Any activity it can be, any day-to-day activity, but if the consciousness is deviated from Krishna, then it's a normal karmic activity. But any activity, if Krishna is there or the purpose is to perform devotional service, then that becomes a Krishna conscious activity.
Very good. So this is possible. Krishna consciousness is possible only after initiation. So this is in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, Krishna is explaining. 3rd chapter is also called Karma Yoga, and 5th chapter is also called Karma Yoga. But there is a difference between 3rd and 5th chapter, because what is the difference? Because 4th chapter is in the middle. And what is there in the 4th chapter? Accepting a spiritual master and acting under him. So anybody who is accepting an authorized Acharya Parampara spiritual master and acting, getting to know Krishna, knowledge of Krishna from him, and after that when he performs that activity, it is no more karma, it is akarma. Even going to office, managing the family, everything from morning getting up to night sleeping, every single thing. becomes devotional service. Devotional service means akarma. It's not direct devotional service to Krishna, but this person may be brushing the teeth, this person may be taking bath, this may be cooking food, whatever he is doing, everything is, this is called Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya means, for example, I have a table in my home. Okay? I have right now, I'm having the table on which I'm having the laptop and I'm talking to you. Or let us take my phone itself, like some phone. This is my phone. My question to you now is this material or spiritual?
The phone.
The phone is material or spiritual?
Phone is
Anyone can
material.
answer.
Phone is material only.
Okay.
But
Anybody else?
based on its usage.
Mataji, depends on the
Yeah, correct.
users. Like it depends on the users, Mataji. If
Okay,
it
this is
is
my phone, you tell me. This is my phone.
Your initiate, it's your phone, so it's spiritual because you're using it in all the devotional service, Krishna conscious activities. So the objects used in the process.
How does it become spiritual? Because when Krishna touches, for example, now I'm speaking to you in my mic and I'm saying Krishna, Krishna. Is Krishna the name is transcendental vibration or material vibration?
Transcendental.
So it's going through my mic. So as soon as transcendental vibration touches, that becomes spiritualized. It's like electric wire. I touch any metal, that metal also gets electricity. Same way, when Krishna is touching it, when it is utilized in the service of Krishna, then the matter becomes spiritual. So if I am seeing I'm using this, I'm a bacha, okay? I'm using this for my business. I'm selling meat using this WhatsApp. Then it is material, right? I'm using my table to keep my laptop and I'm talking Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, then it is spiritual. In this way, when a devotee's life is entangled with Krishna, everybody is entangled with either good work or bad work. But devotee, especially in ISKCON, Krishna conscious devotees, their life is entangled with Krishna. Their give and take, everything is with Krishna. So anything which they do becomes devotional service. It's called Krishna conscious activities. That is what is called Buddhi Yoga. So about Bhagavad Gita, I wanted to say something. Arjuna was already a devotee. What does Bhagavad Gita speak about? It's already a devotee. You cannot say it is talking about Sravanam Kirtanam. That's Bhagavad Gita, all of you, some of you would have read anywhere Sravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam Mandanam. Was that written? Not written. Not fighting, you fight. You fight. Why you are not fighting? You fight in the war. This is what Krishna says, right? Bhagavad Gita is not teaching you devotional service. Bhagavad Gita is teaching you Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means utilizing everything in the service of Krishna. Arjuna knows how to shoot arrows very nicely. Shooting arrows is mentioned in 9 processes of devotional service. Shooting arrows on others and killing them like Bhishma or Karna, whoever died from Arjuna, is made a devotional service by Krishna. So when you go to office as a devotee, that is also made accepted as devotional service by Krishna. Because you are utilizing everything for Krishna and you are conscious of him and you're roaming around for him only in this earth. Knowing well he who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead through authorized Acharya. So that is called Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya means utilizing everything. This is an art. That's an art. It's an art to live in this world without getting entangled. And that is what is being described here. Be conscious of the Supreme Lord and live Krishna conscious. Sometimes people say, we are doing some AIDS awareness program. We are doing some cancer awareness program. They say that people they're not conscious that if they eat chemicals, then they get cancer. So we are spreading that consciousness, how they should not use plastic, glass or something to drink hot stuffs, because we are developing the consciousness in people. They're not consciously doing it. So this is cancer awareness program. Same way, Krishna awareness, conscious of Krishna in everyday life. So once from Acharya Parampara, you get the knowledge about Krishna, that everything is the proprietor and everything, and then you accept him as your Lord and you start accepting a spiritual master, and from him you learn things and then you practice in your life. Then what will happen? Automatically all your activities are akarma. All your activities are akarma. You begetting child, growing up the child, everything is akarma. There is nothing binds you. If you have spiritual master, during the initiation ceremony, there is a fire yajna in which you will throw white and black grains. No? Till, or they'll give you till and then rice or something which is white. So that is nothing but you throw punya karma and papa karma into that fire and you eradicate everything. You become like a clean slate. When you fell from spiritual world, you came only as a spirit soul without any bad or good karma. And from that time also, spiritual master takes over your life. After that, whatever you do is like totally a new birth. And whatever you do, then there is no karma in it, provided you follow the regulative principle and chant. You do these two things. So certainly there is a great difference between an uninitiated and initiated. That in 3rd, 4th, 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita covers this. Before initiation, after initiation. 5th chapter is after initiation, with the knowledge, karma with knowledge. And 3rd chapter is only karma yoga without knowledge of Supreme Power. 4th chapter is take shelter of spiritual master and learn. And we'll come back to the Bhagavad Gita, but before this, the basic thing is being conscious of Krishna. If you see Prahlad Maharaj's life, was he able to perform Archana Vidhis? He was not. Was he able to establish a temple deity of Krishna, and was he able to worship in Hiranyakashipu's kingdom? You think it's possible? Like you go to some IT company, you're working. Can you establish an altar there and say that everybody will chant one round before doing the work? Not possible. But you are still Krishna conscious there. So it is certainly possible. Great art of performing our duties in consciousness of Krishna. That's a very sweet thing also. Anywhere and everywhere do anything, but you are attached to Krishna. Even if you forget, for example, in office work, so busy, or you're studying in school or college, you have so much to study and you never thought about Krishna, you were busy involved. So that also can be in future. For example, you studied till 10th standard like that. Now you're reading Srila Prabhupada books. Unless you have studied A, B, C, D, how you can read Srila Prabhupada's books today? And that your previous ABCD which you learned, that became devotional service right now. Can Krishna transform past? Past you have done karma. That has become akarma now. In LKG, UKG, you studied ABCD. That became devotional service right now. Because you are reading Prabhupada books with English language, whatever language. So Krishna consciousness is so transforming. Like you buy one fruit, you go to the shop and think, okay, I'm very hungry, or I want to eat at least 1 or 2 apples I'll buy. You're just buying the apple. And quickly you're keeping the mobile, you're opening the altar and just keeping, my dear Lord, I'm in the office. I didn't be able to cook. My dear Lord, kindly accept this and give us prasadam. And you're offering through chanting Acharya Parampara Pranam. This is very essential. Even you chant Hare Krishna or not a secondary, but you chant Prabhupada mantra, Prana mantra, and you offered. And then you took that apple. Now who and all got benefit? You took prasadam. Second, the person who was selling that apple, and the person who drove the truck to bring the apple from the wholesale market to the retail, and the person who was sitting in the wholesale market and sold that apple, and the person who cultivated that apple, the person who sowed the seed, the person who helped in growing it, everybody will get this. Everybody. So your everyday life, if you become a devotee, you're not just benefiting yourself, you are benefiting so many people. Without your knowledge, simply you're spreading Krishna consciousness, just being a devotee. Very powerful process. Okay. Yeah. Now let's go to the theme 4. If you have anybody has a question, just park it. Let us hear from team 4, and then we'll come back to this if you have any questions. Fourth is, what is the greatest danger of life? How can one be saved from this greatest danger?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So the greatest danger of life is the danger of again grinding down into the evolutionary process or cycle of birth and death into the among 84 lakh species. So again, means Narottam Das also said in one bhajan, Manusya Janam Paya Radha Krishna Nam Bhajiya Janiya Suniya Bisa. So this is the danger. This is the great, no danger. This is the greatest danger. And second part will be answered by section.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So the second part of the question is, how can one be saved from this greatest danger? So as Akash Prabhu mentioned, like the greatest danger is falling down into this repeated cycle of birth and death into this 8.4 million species. So Prabhupada mentioned in this purport, like we means means a living entity in lower modes, they have the tendency to work for their own sense gratification and for their own cause, means own personal desires, and with which they gave it a name like socialism, communism, but uh, internally it is only for their own selfish needs they are working. So the tendency to work is always there. But if this same activities, uh, a person can act like in the spirit, as mentioned in the Sri Isopanisad, that is, we are accepting the authority of Krishna, the Supreme Lord. We know that he is the supreme proprietor. We are not the proprietor, so we have to act in our means do the activities in the as mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, like karma yoga, that we should not be attached. So if we act in this spirit, like acting for the pleasure, means acting knowing in full acting with full knowledge that we are not the beneficiary, or means we are not the enjoyer, that Krishna is the supreme proprietor and he is the enjoyer, and act in that, then we can be, then he person can act in that manner regardless of the fear of results. Uh, in that activities which are performed in this spirit, then it can protect them from this repeated cycle of birth and death, because if one acts like this, then he will gradually advance that consciousness will be advancing and coming closer to Krishna only if one continues. And also this is more simpler to do rather than directly doing directly coming to the perfection stage, because Prabhupada mentioned here, like even if uh, a small endeavor or any small activity is done in this uh, spirit of God centered, then even if it is not 100% complete or partially complete, then it will it is still effective. It will guarantee him that in next birth he will not fall to the lower species. At least he will get a human form. And we all know that in a human form of life, only one gets the chance to progress, means to advance in this spiritually. So that's the answer.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Akarshak Prabhu, very nice song. Manusya Janma Paya, Radha Krishna Na Bajila. Jani Suni, you should give the translation. Knowingly, I have drink poison. I have taken human form of life, but I didn't worship Radha and Krishna. And knowing very well it is poison, I drank poison. Wonderful song, a very nice quoting. Yes, any questions for them? Okay, yeah.
Mataji, I mean, I didn't know if this is a question or maybe it's kind of comes to a question.
This is for that team?
Yeah, yes, yes. So we're saying we are uh, trying to kind of be safe from the greatest danger by um, doing devotional service. It devotional service itself is eternal, always. So it means that either we do devotional service or we are in the danger. Is that the way we can kind of see that? It just came to my mind. I didn't know how to phrase this question, Prabhu. This is what came to my mind.
Now, what is the last question?
No, the question was we are either in danger or not in danger. If we do devotional service, we are not in danger. If we don't do it, we are in danger. So does that mean that we have two paths always and we have to take either of them?
Team 4?
Akarshak Ro, will you answer?
Prabhu, your voice is bit like your network
Voice
is
is
not good.
breaking.
He is in train, Prabhuji. So that's
Yeah,
why.
I am in traveling vehicle or something is telling.
Okay, Mataji, I can try to answer.
Yes,
So
you can answer
Prabhuji,
directly. Why trying?
Yeah, correct.
yes, yes.
Not in questions.
So Prabhuji asked like either means a living entity. He is in situation like he will either be performing a devotional service or which will ensure that he is not getting entangled, and otherwise it will be another opposite of that. That means he is acting for his own self. So yes, means any activity we do, it exclusively falls under these two only. Means these two are don't means overlap. Means there nothing common. Like one thing is acting for our uh, own benefit, or thinking of our own without taking giving credit to Krishna, or without knowing, without the knowledge that Krishna is the proprietorship of whatever we are seeing. And the second, that opposite of this is acting in the spirit, knowing fully well that uh, everything and whatever we are seeing, this material or spiritual, both universe belongs to Krishna, means it is Krishna's creation. So these two are mutually exclusive, means one can either remain in either of one of these state, not like it both are common. So one thing is it one means acting for own greed or desire will make a living entity fall into the greatest danger, that is the cycle of birth and death. While if one engages in the spirit of devotional service or Krishna consciousness, then he will be saved, at least even if he partially acts in that, not like a perfect stage of perfection. Means even if 10% or 5%, even if 1%, then that credit he gets. And while the material thing, whatever one does means for own, they are fruity activities, so they will means credit will be there, piety credit will be there, but it will be exhausted. But the devotional uh, service done or anything acted in this spirit of Krishna consciousness, it remains, it doesn't get destroyed, even it continues even to the next life. So that's the thing.
Okay, is that okay, Navneet Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the danger, as we saw, is gliding down in the cycle. So very, very danger, vikarma. Of course, karma may take one to the next stage of advancement, but sometime it may even glide down to the lower species. One example I want to quote before Santosh Nitai Prabhu is being addressed, who told a very nice pastime, Nriga. It was Jivesh, I think. He quoted Nriga story from Krishna book.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but he told the first portion that the king donated punya karma. He did good karma. How many particles are on the earth, the planet? That many cows he donated. Means he really donated a lot. But actually, he didn't complete the story. He has to go and I think he is not remembering it. The story goes like this. Can we wait, or Santosh Nitai Prabhu, you have urgently something to ask? You can wait?
Yes, Mataji.
So the Divesh Prabhu very nicely told that. But that Nriha, you know how the story starts with. Krishna is playing with his grandchildren. Krishna had 16,108 wives. With each of the wife, he had 10 children. Each of those 10 boys had 10 grandchildren. So 100 grandchildren per 16,000. So think. So it's a very big family, and some of the children were playing. Krishna was still looking young, and they were playing with the ball, and the ball fell down in a well. And they were asking Krishna, please take and give like this. So Krishna, he used some stick or something, I don't remember exactly how. So he took out a big lizard. Krishna touched a lizard, very big lizard. Lizard generally, you know, chupkali. In the house, we have small ones, but a real big chupkali. And the children were scared also, because when taking the ball, Krishna takes. So it became a beautiful form of a Gandharva or something. He became a beautiful demigod. And then he offered obeisances to Krishna, saying that I am Nriha. I am King Nriha. But what happened is I donated like this punya karma. I used to donate and donate and donate and donate and donate, like for brahmanas and everything. So much I was doing. Only one time when he was donating 100 cows per brahmanas. 100 cows for you, 100 next, 100 cows, next, 100 cows, next, 100 cows. So in the massive Andolan, what happened? One Brahmana's cow, already donated cow, it unknowingly exchanged into unoffered group. So when the king donated to another Brahmana, he already donated cow and got mixed with this. So he donated 100 cow like this. He poured water and donated. And that first Brahmana, he counted only 99 cows are there. He identified his cow is already gone and it is in the another Brahmana's crowd. So he went and said, this is my cow. And that Brahmana said, no, king just now gave me. This is my cow. In this way, they both fought so much. And they were dissatisfied. The Brahmanas became dissatisfied. And because of this, Papa Karma, he became a lizard. So there is two options. For many cows he donated, he can live many years in the heavenly planetary system. And for this one Papa, that 99 cow, one cow got exchanged. For this, he has to live as a lizard for thousands of years in a well. Thinking that he is doing punya karma and he got entangled in this. So then when he went to Yamaraja, Yamaraja asked, would you like to first become a lizard, or you would like to go to heavenly planet, enjoy and then become a lizard? Then he said, no, first let me become a lizard for the Papa I did. That's a sin. That is considered a sin. Very dangerous. Don't think that I'll do all good activity and I'll yield good result and next life I'll be very rich man and I can enjoy. Not like that. Every activity involves sin also. In between, without our knowledge also sin will come. And then, so then he was told that when he was cursed by Krishna's mercy, because Krishna touched him, he got Sabha Vimochan, or Vimochan from this Aham Tvam Sarva Pabhebhyo. Then he got out of the curse. He got the curse from the Brahmanas. That's a sin. They cursed you become lizard. And Krishna touched and he came out of the curse and he offered obeisances and he told that trying to do punya karma, I ended up with this lizard body, and thousands of years I was waiting in the dark well for you to come and liberate me, Prabhu. Now I want to do only devotional service. I don't want to do punya karma. I do. Like that. Very nice story, Dragha. Thank you for reminding that, Jivesh. Very nice story from Krishna book. Yes, Santush Nitai Prabhu. You have any question for the fourth team or to me or what?
No, Mataji.
Santush Nitai, yeah.
No, Mataji. No question.
Why it became late? You put it in the group.
Yeah. Okay, Mataji.
Why you are irritated with me? Okay. Sorry. Thank you very much. Wish you all a happy good night, Kartik night. Okay. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Guru Maharaj ki, Jai. Santosh Nitai Prabhu, kindly put that question, at least privately to me, so that let me see if it's useful for everybody, we can share. Otherwise, I'll answer.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay? Okay, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, tomorrow it's 7 to 8, right? In the morning.
No. Oh, tomorrow, Guru Maharaj Bhagavatam class, I have to translate live in Facebook. So before 8, at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I require to set up. So last time I forgot it and the class went on with questions and all that. So tomorrow we cannot have the session at that time. After Guru Maharaj class, we can have. Guru Maharaj is giving Bhagavatam class in Mayapur TV. All of you go to Mayapur TV and watch, not Jayapataka Swami channel. Mayapur TV, 8 o'clock, Guru Maharaj Bhagavatam class. So as I'm translating in Tamil, I cannot take the class. So if we have, then it should be after the class, after Guru Maharaj class.
Mataji, can it be on same time as usual, which is recommended for?
Yeah, if that's okay for me, I'll Prabhu, Santosh Nitai Prabhu, kindly put the survey in the group. Let them all come back.
Oh, okay, Mataji.
I'm okay with that. This timing. For tomorrow alone, not every Saturday, but tomorrow alone we'll put it. Let us see. Okay. But surely not in the morning. Morning that time. After 9 is possible. 9:15 to 10 we can have. I want to give a recap for those people who missed, like Divya Rupa, whoever has missed the new joinees, the introduction and everything, just a 1 or 2 hour session, just finish everything what we did till now. Especially introduction and invocation are very important. So I thought I should give a recap. Or let us wait for some more new joinees and then I can give a recap. Whatever. 1 hour maybe. Sunday I can do that. Okay. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Sunday can be 7 o'clock in the morning. Hari Bol. We'll discuss in the group. Kindly all of you become active. मंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां
पितानां
पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज
जय
की जय, निताई
जय
गौर
जय
प्रेमानंदी हरि
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 हरे
बोल।
हरे हरे।